So I'm reminded yet again of the unimportance of men, at least to the world. Counseling is very difficult for a man to find. Now, I'm not talking about legal counsel. I'm talking about therapy. Because I got some emotional things I got to get taken care of. Not rage, not anger, not resentment or anything like that, but trying to wrap my head around what's actually happening and what's been happening for the last 16 years. Now, my wife would have everyone believe, including me, that she was the sole victim and I was the abuser. Crazy things, though. For 10 years, I've said this in a previous video, for about 10 years or so, I've been having breathing problems. Turns out it's associated with anxiety and other such things. And then I started noticing some things that I hadn't previously noticed. You know, I'm almost 40 years old, and there are bound to be changes in my body, including my eyesight. You know, my life isn't like my parents. Even living here on their land, my life still isn't like theirs. And I'm a different person. Their eyesight started going when they hit about 50. I'm 39. My eyesight started going about 3 years ago. It got bad. I used to be able to read small print on contracts without magnifying glass. Loved it. And it got to the point where just before I was made to leave the home I worked so hard for, I could barely read large text without squinting and moving whatever that text was on back and forth, trying to get my eyes to perceive what was in front of them. I can read small print again. Not as well as I used to. I'm sure there's some damage there. I can read small print again. My hands no longer hurt. Trips to the bathroom are a little less disquieting. My knees hurt less. My back hurts less. My neck hurts less. My mind seems to be clearer. I'm still sleepy all the time, but at least now I know why I'm sleepy. Instead of getting 10 and 12 hours of sleep and waking up and feeling like I hadn't slept at all. Now I'm just going to bed at midnight and waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I slept in the same bed for 16 years. Now I'm in a bed that I don't recognize as mine, and a home that I don't recognize as mine. I had a home. I worked for it. My hands still have the scars from the work. So, back to the therapy bit. I am trying to get therapy, but I am broke. I don't have money. Even after I get this job, which it's pretty well certain that I'm going to be getting this job, I'm going to be making like $9 an hour after taxes. And this is if I work full-time hours. After taxes, it's only going to be about $1,200 a month. And if I get hit with child support, like I expect I will, at the very minimum, $1,200 is barely going to be enough to cover my living expenses and child support. At the bare minimum. So I need free or heavily discounted help. And because of the same constraints, it has to be close. Because I have to consider time and I have to consider money. My time is only as abundant as my lifespan. My money is only as abundant as I can manage. I keep getting turned away by free clinics because I'm a man. One of them, I don't know, they treat men, technically speaking, but the hassle I had to go through to get treated, I mean, I'm willing to go through it, but my wife didn't have to go through the same stuff. My soon-to-be ex-wife. I've come to terms with where I am, and looking back on the 16 years I was with her, I was subjected to emotional and psychological abuse, which over these last couple of years I have kind of suspected. And now, with these medical discoveries, I'm convinced. I am utterly convinced that I was abused by her. And that this divorce is another attempt at abuse. There are things that make me question the legitimacy of her divorce claims. I'm not convinced she even has a lawyer like she says she does. And I'm not convinced she's actually going to file for divorce. I question that there are too many things that don't line up, including things that she tells me her lawyer, her attorney, has directed her to do, which aren't even legal. So, right now the only thing I can focus on is me and whatever time I get with my children. So, if you're praying, people, pray for me. I need to get that help. I need to line some things out and understand some things so I can know whether I was actually the problem or whether what I feel was abuse actually was abuse. So have a good time wherever you are. And to coin my new catchphrase, so long as it sticks, stay single, my friends.